Okay, this is the video on continuous development. So once you've started, once you've got going, you're going to need to constantly update your organizational structure um, because things are going to start going wrong. So here are a few tools to help you do that in your team. So the first one, I mean, more of a method and a principle and a philosophy. The first one is feedback. So give each other feedback. You need to give each other feedback regularly. You need to give each other feedback in the moment if possible. As soon as a conflict arises, you need to get good at giving each other feedback. Feedback isn't a thing that you just do, once a year in a 360 process, or when it's like time for your 6 monthly appraisal with your manager. That's absolutely useless. You need to do feedback regularly. You need to do it with everyone, up and down. So the the person on the lowest pay grade needs to do it to the CEO and vice versa. Feedback's massively important. And feedback is, we talk about it as being a gift. Feedback is something that I can use as an individual to help me progress, to help me learn, to help me grow, to help me work better. So the way that I want you to see feedback is that someone's doing something that's actually quite scary. It's quite scary to give feedback just as it is to receive feedback. Really see it as a gift. See it as a muscle that you're going to have to train. So the skill of giving feedback effectively is actually really hard. So this is something you need to practice over and over and over again. And actually, the only way you're going to learn how to give good feedback is to do it over and over again. So like I said, good feedback, effective feedback is it's offered. So you should always ask the person if now is a good time to give them feedback because they could be in the middle of some other stuff. And your feedback's just coming at a really disruptive time. So offer the feedback. It should come from a good place. So like I said, it's a gift, but it should also come from a place of wanting the other person to grow and learn, not from an attacking place. Although, you're going to want to attack each other sometimes. My top tip for what to do if you feel just like absolutely frustrated and judgmental and want to attack someone is go away and have a conversation with someone else about that. Get it out of your system before you then go to that person, and you can be a little bit more measured. So when you're giving your feedback, be very specific on like what was the thing that happened that led to the conflict or led to you feeling that way. So when you talked over me in the meeting, just be really try to be as objective as possible. Talk about the thing that happened that's kind of uncontroversial, and then really own that feedback. So say when that happened, how did it make you feel? So when you talked over me in the meeting, I felt belittled. I felt scared. I felt sad. I felt like I wasn't listened to. Um, if you talk about how what someone else did made you feel, they can't argue with that, and it's real. It's coming from a real place. And then, um, and then what you need to add is like a request. So, what could they do differently next time? And why is it important? Why does that matter for the organization? So, when you took over me in the meeting, I felt quite hurt because I really think that my opinion matters as much as your opinion and as much as everyone else's opinion. So um, next time, I'd love us to have a more balanced conversation. And then what this is going to do is it's going to open up a discussion around this stuff, around this topic, and you can start to figure out how you're going to resolve it with each other, um, rather than these resentments just sitting and simmering and kind of going nowhere. So have a go at giving feedback to each other, share as much as possible as you can, and just see this as a kind of it's quite scary, but see it as a playful thing. Be curious about it and be curious about each other.